Good morning, good evening, good day, good afternoon to everybody out there in the world. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are living in the verse, and this is Star Citizen. Well, my colleagues, I am coming to you live today, impromptu. So, today, CIG just dropped a new patch. This is the 3.24.3 patch, which is preceding the IAE the Intergalactic Aerospace Exposition. So, what do we got going? Well, we got going a brand new patch, which means if we come up over here, we can skip the tutorial and we get to choose all new junk. So, we're going to start in Stanton because 4.0 is not out just yet. It will be coming sometime in December. I'm thinking probably towards the end of December. That way, give them enough time to do all their, touch up stuff to release it. So, in our selected location in Stanton, if you remember in the last streams, I had mentioned if I get the chance, I am going to change my new home to New Babbage because I like New Babbage. And when I first started playing Star Citizen, New Babbage was actually the place to be. So let's go and start New Babbage. So now we can go back to hold on. Let's go back real quick. So we're gonna come down here, we're gonna skip. Can I do my character customization? No, because I already did it. Okay. So we're gonna do Stanton and we're gonna do New Babbage. All right, so there's New Babbage's splash screen there. And we're going to go ahead and play the game. And we're going to jump right on in. Select different location. No. All right, New Bab is the spot. All right. So there we go. So we're loading. And while we're loading, let's go ahead and we're going to check out what they got going here. So if we pop over here, wrong one. We want this one. Okay. So if we're looking at our spectrum here, let me bring it up here so as I can read it here. All right. So Star Citizen Alpha 4.0 database wipe. So CIG has confirmed that we will be receiving a full and complete database wipe when Alpha 4.0 drops. So we'll go ahead and we'll read through this real quick. It's pretty short, as you can see. Got us a little GIF here, or not a GIF, but a little PNG here, showing them cleaning up the fucking stuff. So if we look, it says, "Greetings everyone. With Alpha 4.0, we'll be resetting all three pillars of long-term persistence: reputation, wallet, and items." So your wallet is your AUEC, which is your in-game cash, or your UEs. This is essential to support the major updates coming in this milestone and helps us push for a stable, balanced gameplay experience on live release. First, reputation will be reset to prepare for upcoming major updates to our missions, guilds, and more advanced systems. To efficiently implement these updates, we must clear all previous progress to ensure a smoother experience across the board. So there's that. The economy. Now they did say that the economy was getting an upgrade, so they're going to upgrade the economy and make it a little bit more minutia, so things will flow a bit better. Although I don't necessarily think that the in-game TDD readouts on the monitors and stuff, when you go in there, and we'll go in there and we'll look at it real quick here to illustrate, but I don't think they're going to be live just yet. I think that's still incoming, and it should in theory be like probably a 4.0 thing if all things are good. course, they might just wait and do a 4 point X patch somewhere down the road. Who knows? But the economy is another key factor driving this wipe. Over time, wealth has accumulated, which we will need to reset to continue balancing various economy-based systems. Resetting wallet data will provide crucial information surrounding player habits, enabling us to refine the economy as we continue to roll out new social and economic features. Okay. Additionally, introducing our second system, Pyro, requires a fresh items database to ensure every player experiences these new updates smoothly. This reset will allow us to track how players discover and use items, providing valuable insights for future releases. Rest assured, any account-bound items, such as pledged ships, subscriber flair, and rewards, will remain intact. Our commitment is to perform wipes only when absolutely necessary, and we will continue to make them as infrequent as possible, especially beyond 4.0. Thank you for your continued support, and we will see you in Pyro. Yes, yes, indeed. So, what does that mean for us? Well, it means all the stuff and junk and things and such that we done did up until now will get a brand new fresh start. So we'll take that down and we'll come over here. So this here is the new patch, and we will get up. Now, as you can see, we are in the new Babbage Hab. Yay, Cloud. All right, let's change our clothes. All right. So usually, if you're just starting out in the game, this is what you pop up in. It's your first uniform, and pretty cool. Not too shabby at all. But since there will be a wipe 4.0, which is coming forthwith, hopefully in December, which is what this is November, December. It's pretty damn quick. We will be using some of our flair, and since it's going to get replaced anyway. Now, yes, you see me on my skivvies. Let's go ahead and hey, how you doing? So let's see what we got going here. We want a sort. All right. I need my skin suit. Where's my skin suit at? Next page. All right. There we go. All right. Let's do this one. All right. Put that on. It's gonna, oh my goodness. Come on, stay on there. There we go. It's gonna reset. All right. And we're gonna go get some of our new duds. All right. Do that one. Actually, you know what? Let's do this one. We got wish we had a search bar up here. And we need where the fuck? Where'd my legs go? There they are. Alright, there's that. Looking sexy, dude. Looking sexy. Now we need the legs. Where are my britches? Where are my britches at? Oh. That it? Oh, those are the orcs. There it is. All right. Yep. All right. Okay. Weapons. Weapons. Okay. Okay. There we go. We got my Demco. And my utility. You got, what is that? Black on red? Red on black. That's black on red. Okay. There we go. So now, what else we need? Do we got ammo? Gas, arc light. For a backpack. Yeah, 3 fucking pages worth of fucking shit. Alright. There we go. Close enough. We got Argo going on there. Only because this one won't fit. The Morozov, it's large and you need the Morozov shit or something like, you know, a large armor set. So it'll work. But there we are. Let's go ahead and take a good look. Take a gander. All right, yeah. He is a sexy fucker, isn't he? All right, let's go on. Check out some stuff and junk. Wait a minute. Forgot some stuff. Looks like I'm gonna have to buy some more.
Hi, thanks for coming in. Good purchase.
All right. Now we go down to the Metro Loop. And okay, now we can go over here. We're gonna go check out, see what they got going for the Expo Center.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily. Welcome. Nearing next stop.
All right, so whoa. All right, so we are getting ready for the IAE. Look at that. So now these are probably going to be empty for a minute until they drop it. Yeah. So they got nothing going on. So you can, although I wouldn't recommend buying them just now because when 4.0 comes, they're going to fucking, you know, wipe all that shit out. They'll buy them merch, you know, probably going to be a little bit pointless at this time. So I'll have to rebuy all of this stuff. You got all your different manufacturers here. RSI, you got fucking Aegis, you got Anvil. Over here we've got Argo, and on the other side we have some of the other manufacturers. And you can buy tees and hats. So we got Crusader, there's Drake, this is what, Misk, Masashi, and what is this? Consolidated Outland and Origin. Of course, buy your favorite merch. Support your manufacturer there. So IAE sees November 22nd to December 5th, right here in Microtech, New Babbage. And of course, the reception person there is not gonna work because they're just not gonna work. But yeah, they got all the posters and all the propaganda up there. That Saber Firebird looks pretty nice. Pretty cool ship, pretty cool. And look at that, it's a trash can. Yay, I bet it works too. Psych.
Thank you
Not a table, but they're standing on something. And that's going to Aspire Grand. And we'll sit over here. We'll wait for the bus. The bus. Yeah, yeah. So, what do we expect? Well, I don't know. When this is jam-packed with people, man, frames are going to be hellish. So, be prepared if you log in, because there's going to be a free fly. It's like every time they have one of these expos, whether it's the IAE or it's going to be Invictus, which is the military ships, exclusively the military ships, or if they're going to do like, you know, another event, maybe one of the holidays or something, they might do a free fly. You can make a character, download the game, and just make sure it's on a solid state drive, because that's kind of required. Mechanical drive is just not going to work. You know, it's going to be too damn slow. You're going to be waiting forever for load times, and you know, who knows what other kinds of misfortune may befall you if you put the game on a mechanical drive. But definitely, if you got solid state, do that. The last graphics card that I had was a NVIDIA GTX 1660, and as long as you lower your resolution in your NVIDIA control panel for your main monitor, if you've got multiple, and then adjust your resolution like up in here. If you go to graphics and then come down here, adjust your resolution, your new resolution, to whatever that is. So like what I did, excuse me, what I did with mine when I still have my 1660, because I actually recently upgraded my graphics card to a 40, was it a 4090? 40, I forget. But I've got an RTX NVIDIA card, and is it NVIDIA? Pretty sure it's NVIDIA. Yeah, it's GeForce RTX, and I think it's with the 40. Was it the 4090? 40? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 4090. I'd have to go and check, but I'm not gonna look right now. In either case, now I'm like running with the 3840 2160. So back to what I was saying. So if you got something on the level with a 1660, which is pretty decent, just go into your control panel and lower your resolution to the 2560 1440, which is fine. You should get decent frames. But if you drop all the way down to 1080p and then change your monitor to that, you should have pretty decent frames. Granted, it's not going to be the best, but it will definitely get you through there. It's not going to be a slideshow, most likely. And as far as like all your other settings, you can see now I can run all my shit up here at high and very high and still get really decent frame rates. One of the other things probably you want to kind of check off, you want to turn off your motion blur, no VSync, turn your sharpening all the way up, your chromatic aberration 50%, which is I think default, and you can leave that just where it is. Turn your film grain, and session information QR codes. You can turn those both off. The QR code, not exactly sure what that's for, but I don't ever have it on because it kind of takes up real estate on the screen, and you know, all of that. All the rest of this stuff up here, I go borderless. Stay with the DirectX 3D11 because the Vulkan is they're still working on it, and it's just in a beta state, so it's kind of clunky. I go for balanced over here. I run DLSS instead of these other two right here. Basically, what you probably want to do with some of these upper adjustments, with the exception of the direct 3D11, go with what works, man. You gotta, fiddle around with your settings to see what to see what works. As far as the rest of these settings go, again, you got to go with what works for you. You don't need to jump out of the game or anything like that to reset any of these. It's all, plug and play kind of stuff. So it updates automatically as you're going. You don't really have to worry about all of that. But if you're running on a lower echelon of graphics card, definitely I would recommend, no matter what other kind of settings you use, you turn off the volumetric clouds, turn those completely off, and the water simulation, turn that off. All the rest of the stuff, just kind of fiddle around and see what you get, and hope for the best. And I wish you luck on your settings, because let me tell you, when I still have my graphics card, fucking with the settings, dude, was like something that was like it was a continual thing until I really started figuring shit out to, adjust my monitor resolution downward and then have it upscale, which actually worked pretty good for me in the long run. But if you're able to upgrade your graphics card and you want to jump into the game, for like a long-term thing, definitely, hey, if you can do it, do it. And it can only give you better resolution and a better experience through your graphics quality. So that would be kind of cool. So with that in mind, we'll go ahead and come on back. So you see, generally, like the landing zones, I'll let you know, they are probably the most demanding as far as quality goes on load on your graphics card and your CPU. So once you get out into the verse and you get into the black and you go on some of the different planets and bunkers and things of that nature, your FPSs will undoubtedly improve. But yeah, definitely the landing zones, yeah, they're a motherfucker if you got low shit. Or even if you got really high shit and like you don't have it, tuned up right, it can cause issues. So definitely do your research. There's YouTube channels aplenty that'll help you fine tune your graphics settings so the game will run smoothly or smoother for you. So what can we do today? Well, probably not going to do a whole lot. We might run through a couple of things, hoarding and monetary acquisition at this point. Probably not going to really worry too much about that until December, because that wipe is coming. Although some things probably are not going to change, so we'll probably focus on some of those things and maybe kind of get you a little bit prepared for Pyro and updates to some of the systems that they've been talking about, like the economy and that stuff. Most likely there are going to be some new ships to fly, some unannounced stuff that no doubt will surprise and invigorate our wallets, because dude, if you're a backer and you like your ships and you hate your wipes, dude, they're gonna hit your wallet pretty good, because I know they hit mine all the time. I get little odds and ends here or there. The occasional upgrade, definitely. Although I don't really like buy new ships as a whole. It's kind of hard for me to fucking drop down $200 and $300 and $500 for a pixel, a handful of pixels. But creeping up there, you know, you melt all the little shit for a big thing. You know, it's kind of how you do it. So even like little stuff that it tends to add up, and if you got some patience and a tight wallet, well, and you know, that kind of works for me. So we try to keep it live, you know what I'm saying? So since we're up here, where am we going? Oh, ships. We're gonna go to the ships. And so we are in the commons. We need to get to the spaceport. Let's go to the spaceport. Check out my new office. And we'll go see if that 32 SCU container of freaking Weevil eggs is still floating around in my inventory. Because like, you can't sell it. There's nowhere to sell it. You can't break it down, which that would be kind of cool though. So if anybody, you know, in that arena there with CIG, breaking down larger containers into smaller containers might be an advantageous move for everybody. That would be kind of cool.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily. Careful, doors are now closing.
Now, one of the other things that I was watching, and the what was it? Fuck, brain's not working. The sitcon, yeah. One of the things that they did talk about was the blueprints and shit. Now, for like subscriber gear and stuff like that, things that you might lose, like say for instance, you got, you know, decorations and stuff on your ship, you lose that, you lose your ship, and that stuff doesn't pop back up or come back when you claim your ship. Or like if you're wearing armor, you're carrying weapons, you got, you know, other kind of apparel, you know, t-shirts, jackets, sunglasses, and the like, all of that stuff. When you lose that stuff right now, you can't really get it back. I think if you do a character, whoa, what was that? If you do like a character repair, it should return all that stuff, but they really kind of frown on that, you know, even though you can do it like once an hour. The elevator's working. They're not working. Okay, there you go. You can get your stuff returned that way, but if you're a clumsy gamer, which I tend to be, using your flare and your pay merch, probably not the wisest thing, because you can be constantly resetting your character to get your shit back every time you die. And let me tell you, when you're first starting out, you die a lot. Even vets, dude, man, they dying all the freaking time because, you know, life. So I don't think we'll have to call it just yet. Okay, there we go. It does kind of feel good back to be back at the main base here. Kind of dig it, man. Miss being up in Babbage. The other landing zones were kind of cool. I think I did one patch I did at Orison, and another patch I did over in what was it? There's ArtCorp, yeah. I did ArtCorp and Lorville mostly, right? So whenever they would, like, you know, drop a new patch and we had the option to, you know, change the landing zone or home landing zone, I would switch it up between Lorville and ArtCorp because they gave me the best frames when I was using that other graphics card that I had. And Orison and New Babbage, man, were just so demanding that it wasn't profitable for me to deal with that. But now, so much. Now I can get it going. All right, so we want to look under. Oh, we gotta send it down. Okay, now containers. Do we still have it, or did it disappear? It looked like it disappeared. Yeah, because it was cargo. So we lost that, which is fine because there was no way to sell it anyway. But we do go to other. All right. I still got all my flair, all my goodies. What is that? It's just on storage. What? Storage. What is that? Oh, look at that. I got my own storage chest. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I got the goodies bag. Did it come with anything? No, it's empty. Nope, no surprises. So that's actually kind of cool. If you got a couple bucks, definitely I recommend it. They're a lot of fun. So there is that. Oh, and they switched it up. Now it's backwards. So if you click your left button, it is the remove from grid option, and the right one is just your regular, like, move shit around stuff, your momentary. So yeah, let's we're gonna go ahead and use this. I'll bring it all the way over here. I gotta set up my shop again. All right, stay right there for a second. Figure this out here. Okay, so we got 4 elevators, and actually, you know what? Set you over here. Yeah, I'm a fucking southpaw. Oh, wait a minute. Can I do this? Oh, look at that. It fits right there. Dude, it's perfect. Nice. All right, let's do it. There we go. There ya. All right. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Okay. So now.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Okay, let's get our Nursa.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
Oh, wrong one.
Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle
So we got the
Retrieval
Nursa.
System.
And then we need, okay.
Please visit us again.
We gotta
Goodbye.
wait until that comes up. All right, and how much can this hold? 2,000 K? Wow. So it can hold a lot. Not too bad, not too bad. Right. Okay. So Pico back up there. And he's gonna jitterbug. Oh, okay. But alright. Alright. Cool. Alright. And she's bouncing again. Dokey. Nice. Very nice. Alright, now.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been. Please visit us again.
We're gonna bring up our truck now, our pickup, and we'll park it right here. Just in case we need to use it. So for the blueprints, I started that conversation a little bit ago. Our blueprints. See, I used to play EVE Online, long time ago, back in the day when it was cool to play EVE Online. You know, and the way you did that with the blueprints is you could find blueprints, you could buy blueprints, you know, for like common shit, you know, like higher tier stuff, like tier 2, tier 3 stuff. You had to research to make some of those. Other ones you would get as rewards for different missions and whatnot, events, things of that nature. And as you kept in your inventory. Now, with Eve, you could, if you got, if you went through and you did an event or some shit like that, or you went to Jita, which is like their major trade hub, and you went and bought a blueprint, and you try to haul that stuff back to home system where your station is, or if you were still in the an NPC station, if you got ganked, they could steal your shit. CIG solved that problem with the advent of having that stuff bound to your account. So it kind of works in a way which is good, that you can have that stuff bound to your account. That way they can't get, you know, pirated. Excuse me. Yikes. So with the way that they're doing it, though, it kind of leaves out an interesting mechanic, I guess. Hold on, let me get that shit. Okay, there we go. So it leaves out an interesting mechanic. So like in Eve, and I'm pretty sure in like some other games, Eve is the only one that I know of that you can actually do this with, though, is once you get a blueprint for a ship, a piece of tech, what have you, you can buy them most of the time. But even if you have like stuff that you won through an event or a mission or some other method than the store, you can sell them through a contract, and their contract manager is actually pretty cool. I like their contract manager, just as a side note. But they give you that option that you can do that with. So like if you run into an industrialist, or if someone's just like looking for a specific blueprint so that they can build some shit, then you can go ahead, and if you had that blueprint, you could sell it to them, and then they would have it. The other thing that you could do with blueprints is you can make copies of them. Now those take their own kind of game loop to complete, because you gotta think, if I remember right, you gotta do research, and then you gotta have the original blueprint, and then there's resources and stuff that you got to add to them, if I remember correctly. But like I said, it's been 10 years plus since I've really been playing Eve on a regular basis. I mean, I jump in every once in a blue moon and check out my character, and kind of see what's changed, which is kind of cool to do. And here at the channel, we might go back and look at that, just for shits and giggles, as it were. But you can make copies, so you could have your original, which you could do, and then you would make a copy of it. Now, when you do the copy and then you make the item, the copy is used. It's like you lose it, so it's consumed in the resource in the item production. So you can take those and then you can sell those at market. So you could actually utilize your blueprint as a marketing tool to make, for profit, which is kind of cool. And the way CIG has done the blueprints now, you can't do that. That's impossible to do unless they implement some kind of game mechanic that allows you to do so. But from what I've seen with their panel on it, that doesn't seem to be the case as of yet. However, back in the old days, during one of the sitcoms years ago, they did say that they weren't going to be doing manufacturing, and they weren't going to have space-based freaking stations, like player-owned stations. Like in Eve, they're called POSs, right? POSs, player-owned stations. Because like in Eve, back in the day, you couldn't land on planets or nothing like that. It was just space-based shit. So having your own station was, kind of a cool thing when they finally implemented that. And then you can have refineries and other such things. But here, even I remember back in what was it? I dropped a video a while back talking about it, and I was like, nope. They're gonna have to have player-owned stations, because the people are just gonna want to have that, and they're just gonna, they're gonna be very vocal until such a time as they implement that stuff. So there we go. We got stations. We got bases, land-bound bases. Now the question I have is can you throw a base? Can you put a hab and a hangar and shit like that, modules, on an asteroid, and then be bound to an asteroid instead of a planet, which would be kind of cool, man. Instead of a player-owned station, or be on one of the planets or the moons or something like that, your shit's out on an asteroid, you know, maybe in the Aaron Halo, or, you know, some other such, you know, buildable surface, which would be kind of cool. Of course, you know, running like your own gravity plate and all that kind of stuff on an asteroid would be like, man, that'd be something to do, because I could definitely see a lot of players and even organizations and stuff wanting to build their shit out in an asteroid field, especially if there's resources and stuff, if it's resource rich, or, you know, even if it's in like high sec, which would be like Stanton or like Terra, or, you know, some such place would be considered high sec or high security. And then maybe even something in low sec or null sec, where there's like nothing, or maybe like a new system that they want to drop into the verse for exploration gameplay. But, you know, that's, you know, hopium, copium, and wishful thinking. What do they call it? Theory crafting. But I do foresee a change, though, as far as the blueprints are concerned. I think they'll probably try and implement something to kind of maybe cut it in the middle, where your original blueprint, because it's like, dude, if you like go on an event, or if you go on a mission or something like that, and you end up with a blueprint, and you're like, yeah, I don't really fucking worry about blueprints, it's not my thing, I ain't trying to do all that stuff. But you want to get rid of that blueprint for profit, like in game, then that should be something that you could do, especially if you got an organization, or if you got an industrialist playing solo or some shit like that wants it and doesn't have it. Well, they can fucking purchase it from you for an in-game fee, you know, however much you want to set it, or whatever the fair market value would be, because, you know, they're looking to implement this more Eve-esque or Albion-esque kind of economy, where it's mostly player run, but then you got the NPC economy, which kind of is the backbone to everything, which gives you kind of maybe like a solid base or a foundation to start from. So you like, if you're looking at like real world kind of stuff, if you have a product that you want to manufacture, then your price, your base price, is going to be a percentage higher than what it costs to make it. That way you can turn a profit. So if, you know, product X cost you, you know, $50 to make, you want to sell it for $100. That way, when you get your $100, you can make two, and then you can go on from there, and then turn, you know, growth into profit, instead of, you know, just kind of sitting on your laurels and be like, hey, it's a one-off, that kind of thing. But definitely, I think buying and selling blueprints should definitely be a thing. If not, making copies of blueprints could be cool. But like say for instance, and like I said, this is kind of just theory crafting, but, you know, looking at it from the point of view of a person who did industrialist stuff in Eve, because that's what I did. I was an industrialist. And you take it like for instance, say you find a guy or a girl, what have you. You find a guy who's got this blueprint, and maybe it was a one-off event, or it was a one-off reward for an event that's reoccurring, something like Jump Town, or, you know, maybe Xenothreat, or the Safe Stanton kind of stuff, you know. So it was just a one-off, and he has it and you don't, for whatever reason. You just say you couldn't make it, you couldn't do it. So, but you want this blueprint. Now, the way CIG has it, there's no way to get that blueprint, because it's bound to dude's account. So you have to convince him to fucking make whatever it is that you're making, and try and make it, you know, fleshy enough to where if he does, he's going to share in that profit. Now, that's gameplay that he has to go out and do, or you have to go help him do, in order to get said materials, in order to utilize this blueprint that he has that you don't. Now, if he's able to sell it to you, he can sell it to you for a meaty cost and turn a profit on top of whatever he, you know, gained by getting it in the first place, or you can reimburse whatever he lost in the commission of getting this said blueprint. So I kind of think in the coming patches and whatnot, things down the road, CIG is probably going to realize this and be like, okay, wait a minute, we got to change some shit up, like they did with the player-owned stations. And they were like, well, you know what, if we don't do this, we're going to hear about it, and they're going to be mouthy until they cave, which in a sense is kind of in their best interest from a profit standpoint, because you know what, if they're going to monetize this shit, buying ships is not the only way they're going to have to be able to make money. I mean, selling Squadron 42 would be good and great, and might even be like their front runner for making profit. But like their merch store and then the selling the ships and stuff like that's going to come in at a close second. So we want to keep making money, right? Well, like in fucking like GTA, they got shark cards. Well, you know, in Star Citizen, they got shark cards too. You can buy in-game currency, although I don't really recommend it right now because, dude, it's so easy right now to make money. It's kind of pointless to buy, you know, quote unquote shark card to get money, so you can spend it on other stuff, you know, that, you know, you're gonna run around and play with. Ultimately, you're kind of, you know, when you buy a shark card, you're kind of pulling yourself out of the game loops, which is kind of the point when you're running around making UEs. So selling like merch or flair for your stations, or, you know, you're selling extra station modules and things of that nature, you know, have parts and base parts are gonna, you know, they're gonna be just like selling ships, man. You want to fucking buy a medical bay, or you want to build a medical bay. I mean, if you buy it, it's a blueprint that you don't need anymore because you can buy it off the store, and now you can go build it, or you can buy it as a whole, and then it's there. You expend it, and poof, there you go. You got your freaking medical bay. If you want like paints and skins and whatnot, that'd be another way to make money. You know, you can monetize anything. I mean, hell, you know, they fucking monetize drinking water. You know, what kind of shit is that, dude? So there it is. Some of the other things that I've seen is like instanced arenas and instance hangars and things of that nature. It all kind of reminds me of like it reminds me of GTA, man, because like, dude, I've been playing GTA like since GTA 5 came out. That was just like, oh my god, dude. You know, my homegirl, she's the one that got me into playing GTA 3. Whereas before I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever, dude. It's fucking GTA, dude. I ain't trying to hear none of that kind of shit. I'm gonna play some Final Fantasy 7. But, you know, she convinced me, and then I was like instantly hooked, and then I was like, okay, thanks. You're awesome. So, like with the GTA stuff, I kind of reference that a lot. I reference like Eve a lot. And since I haven't played Star Wars Galaxies, and I hear a lot of times, especially like with Salty Mike, they were commenting that Star Citizen could be the spiritual successor to Star Wars Galaxies because of all the freedom and sandboxiness and the amount of stuff that you can actually do in Star Wars Galaxies. So it kind of gives me the want to kind of check it out, even though it's kind of a dated game. It's still running, and a lot of people still play it. You know, it's just like that. I don't know. It's like vintage type shit, dude. It's, you know, it's pretty cool. Plus, they got like custom servers, and they got role play stuff and things that go way, way beyond the base game. And then you got, you know, mods and things of that nature, which kind of make it kind of up to date and interesting, and makes you want to go out and, you know, download a version and, you know, check it out for yourself. So definitely, I would recommend trying it out. I just might do that, and if I do, I'll probably throw it up on the channel so everybody can check it out with me, and we'll chill here in the verse, because hey, Star Wars is like the original universe. You know what I'm saying? So it could be awesome. That's all I'm saying. So before I got sidetracked and distracted in my own head there, because ADD is a thing. We're talking about commonalities between like the GTA and Star Citizen now. We were talking instant stuff. So like for instance, if you go into an instanced mission in GTA, nobody can fuck with you. So it's like you're in the main lobby in Los Santos, and you want to go do fuck, dude, now I can't even remember none of the fucking shit. You just like gone in my head. So you want to go do a mission, casino. Okay, we'll do the casino heists, right? So if you're out and you want to do a casino heist, you start up the heist. You call your friends. You be like, hey, let's go do the fucking casino heist, and they're like, okay, cool, let's do it. Let's go. So you get all your shit ready, and then you got to do the prep missions. So you want to do the heist, you got to do the prep missions. Now the prep missions, if I remember right, in the casino heist, the prep missions are in the public lobby. Nowadays, you can actually do it in a private lobby, or you can do it in a friends only, invite only, or your crew lobby, or something like that, where you don't have to worry about the rest of the fucking randos fucking with your shit. You don't have to worry about griefers. You don't have to worry about none of all that bullshit. It's just you, your crew, and the fucking mission. But you can do it in a public lobby if you want to. Now, when you do it in the public lobby, yes, you have the mission. People in the lobby know you got the mission because there are certain things that are going to be, public knowledge as far as the mini map goes, and as far as your character and whatever it is that you're doing goes. And so the lobby's going to know. Now, herein lies the thing. If they want to fuck with you, they can. And whatever happens to whatever package or whatever stuff or things that you got to go do, they can disrupt that, and you have to start over and do it again. Now, does it really set you back in some of the stuff that you completed? No. Once you completed a setup mission, it's pretty much there, and it's kind of like it's cumulative. So if you do the setup mission and you finish it, then it's done. You don't have to do it over again, and nobody in the public lobby can really fuck with that. But in the commission of that mission, what you're trying to do, yes, they can disrupt that and make you have to do it over again. Plus crashes, of course. So once you get to the 1 to 5 star criminal rating, and you have the police chasing after you sometimes. Other times, usually the police don't even fuck with you. It's just they're turned off while you're in the mission as a whole, because it's kind of like it's story based. So you're gonna have to go talk to people, or go do things, or make your way from wherever it is that you started the heist from. I think the casino heist is started in the arcade. So you go from the arcade to the casino, and you're pretty much there to do, you're free to do whatever it is that you want to do while you're doing that, and nobody else can fuck with you because you're in an you're in a separate session, right? Now, what CIG was talking about, to kind of bring that back around, what CIG was talking about was doing that kind of same thing. Like this hangar right here is an instanced hangar. It's outside of the normal universe. And when we go up through the doors, or we go out through the elevator, then we go back into the universe as a whole. Technically, it's not really a transition. I mean, I guess it could kind of be considered a transition of sort, but I'm not exactly sure how that kind of works. Might have to do some research on that. So, what? Well, if we're talking about instance things could be cool.